Wuxia dramas really have a kind of atmosphere that no other genre can fully replace. And this year, Zhao adventures starring Yang Yang unexpectedly pushed the martial arts genre back into mainstream discussion again. So today, we're breaking down the 10 most watched Wuxia dramas released over the past 5 years. And somehow, the #1 series on this list managed to surpass an unbelievable 2.5 billion views. So if you've been looking for Wuxia dramas worth watching, this list might be a very good place to start. Most watched Wuxia dramas of the past 5 years. Top 10. Blood River, starring Gong Jun and Peng Xiaoran, with an impressive 674 million valid views.
于大乱之中，才能诞生新的和之主。如今我是魁，人中之鬼，我们不再是别人手中的剑。落！
It makes perfect sense that this drama became so popular among newer Wuxia audiences. Instead of following noble martial artists, the story focuses on the internal collapse of the Jianghu's most feared assassin organization. After the leader of the group is poisoned, the 3 major assassin families immediately descend into betrayal, power struggles, and open rebellion. Right in the middle of the chaos is Gong Jun's character Su Muyu, who surprisingly wants to transform this infamous killer organization into something more honorable. Another huge reason the drama stands out is the fight choreography. It finds a really satisfying balance between grounded physical combat and stylized wuxia abilities, all wrapped inside this dark, almost gothic martial arts atmosphere. The weapon designs are also incredibly memorable. It constantly introduces unusual hidden weapons and highly specialized combat techniques that instantly make different characters stand out whenever they appear on screen. And finally, the character work itself feels surprisingly fresh compared to many recent wuxia dramas, especially Chang Huasan's character, the mysterious funeral master. On the surface, he always carries this calm, almost playful smile, but underneath it all he's ruthless, unpredictable. Overall, this really feels like a newer generation of wuxia storytelling. Most watched wuxia dramas of the past 5 years. Top 9. Who Rules the World, starring Yang Yang and Zhao Lucy, reaching an impressive 867 million valid views.
就算是18层第一国，也不会是前庭信步而已。
你可知道"江湖凶险"这4个字？
棋盘，终究是棋子的棋盘。
And honestly, the debate is still ongoing among wuxia fans. Do people prefer Yang Yang in Who Rules the World or in Zhao Adventures? But one thing that's hard to deny is that a huge part of this drama's popularity came from the chemistry between Yang Yang and Zhao Lucy. Yang Yang's Hei Fingxi basically feels like the definition of the elegant costume drama male lead, while Zhao Lucy's Bai Fingxi brings a much more lively, free-spirited martial artist energy. The two stand as equals in the martial world, matching each other both in combatability and personality. Another reason the drama worked so well is the overall fight choreography. While the action may not feel as elaborate as some newer wuxia productions like Zhao Adventures, the combat sequences still carry a very classic wuxia rhythm. And beyond the romance and action, the drama also balances 2 completely different worlds at once. On one side, there's court politics, royal succession struggles, and strategic power games inside the palace. On the other, there's the freedom of wandering through Jianghu together, solving cases, fighting villains, and living like legendary martial artists. There's honestly a little bit of everything here, depending on what kind of wuxia fan you are. Most watched wuxia dramas of the past 5 years. Top 8. Fated Hearts, starring Li Qin and Chen Zhiyuan, reaching 938 million valid views.
傅一笑是我凤随哥的人，谁要杀他，我就杀谁。他们越是着急除掉傅一笑，就越能说明傅一笑手里掌握着令他们胆战心惊的秘密。
Yes, this drama definitely leans heavily into romance. But what really pulled audiences in was the fact that both leads are equally dangerous, equally intelligent, and absolutely unwilling to lose to each other. The story unfolds against the backdrop of political conflict and warfare between rival kingdoms. Li Qin's Fu Yixiao may lose her memory, but she never loses her instincts or intelligence, while Chen Zhiyuan's Feng Suiga is calculating. Them spend half the story trying to outmaneuver, destroy, or politically defeat the other side. And of course, the action scenes are another major highlight. Between the sword fights, battlefield confrontations, and high-energy combat choreography, the series constantly keeps the tension moving. Li Qin especially stands out because she incorporates traditional kung fu opera movement techniques into her archery and fight sequences, which gives several scenes a very unique elegance compared to standard wuxia action. So if you enjoy intense rival romances, this is definitely a drama worth checking out. Most watched wuxia dramas of the past 5 years. Top 7. The Young Brewmaster's Adventure, starring Ho Mingho and Hiyu, reaching 1.098 billion valid views.
草剑，看谁敢拦我！狂妄！要让自己变强，直到最强还不够，也要名扬天下。
One of the biggest reasons this drama became so popular is that nearly every main character feels like the embodiment of classic youthful wuxia spirit. And visually, the cast lineup definitely doesn't hurt either. Ho Mingho's Bailey Dongjun especially stands out. Early in the story, he appears playful, impulsive, and almost mischievous, carrying the kind of youthful confidence that makes him instantly likable. But as the story progresses, he gradually transforms into someone forced to shoulder the weight of both the martial world and the fate of the nation itself. Another huge highlight is the sheer amount of action. This series reportedly contains over 500 fight scenes, and instead of feeling repetitive, combined with traditional Chinese instruments like the suona woven into the soundtrack, the entire drama carries a very strong sense of wandering Jianghu atmosphere. But honestly, the emotional impact hits even harder because the series serves as a prequel to The Blood of Youth. Viewers already know where many of these characters eventually end up, so watching them in their younger days, full of ambition, friendship, and youthful freedom, while already knowing the tragic fate waiting ahead creates this lingering sense of inevitability throughout the entire story. Most watched wuxia dramas of the past 5 years. Top 6. The Journey of Legend, starring Cheng Yi and Gulnazer, reaching 1.141 billion valid views.
肖明明怎样，做肖秋水又如何？我只做对的选择。这个世界一切都是真的，我也可以重新编写肖秋水的故事。你觉得你能比我吗？
Even now, a huge portion of online discussion surrounding the series is still filled with criticism. Despite the massive view count, many viewers felt the drama's popularity was carried almost entirely by Cheng Yi's star power alone, which makes the reaction especially surprising considering the original novel holds a very strong reputation among readers. That said, the drama still had several genuinely interesting strengths. The biggest one was definitely the premise. Instead of following a traditional wuxia setup, the series boldly mixes martial arts fantasy with it transported into a novel storyline. A modern-day character suddenly finds himself trapped inside the world of a wuxia book and can only return home by successfully completing the original story and rising to the top of the martial world himself. And throughout that process, Cheng Yi's character evolves from an inexperienced outsider into a true martial arts grandmaster. What's especially impressive is that Cheng Yi essentially ends up portraying multiple completely different sides of the same character across the story. The action choreography is also another major highlight. Several fight sequences incorporate elements inspired by traditional martial art styles such as No.1 sword techniques and bagua palm movements, giving many of the combat scenes a more grounded and authentic feeling compared to purely fantasy-style wuxia action. Most watched wuxia dramas of the past 5 years. Top 5. The Blood of Youth, starring Li Hongyi and Lu Xue, reaching 1.177 billion valid views.
我还年轻，可以狂妄。当初的大罗金刚，我变得金刚魄力。入了江湖，有的是能顷刻间取你性命的存在。我们都是一样的，所以今天谁都不能死。
And honestly, this drama completely won audiences over with its group of passionate young heroes. The first major reason is the adaptation quality itself. Not only did the series reportedly preserve around 90% of the original story, but many scenes were recreated almost shot for shot from the anime version. And surprisingly, some viewers even felt the live-action visual effects ended up looking more impressive than the animation in certain moments. Even minor supporting characters were given visually memorable fighting styles and signature techniques, which made the martial world feel much richer overall. The second major strength is the character development. Every main character gets a very complete emotional and personal growth arc throughout the story. Li Hongyi's Zhao Se may appear sarcastic, stingy, and emotionally detached on the surface, but underneath he's deeply loyal to the people he cares about. Lu Xue's Wuxin constantly walks the line between righteous and dangerous, while Ao Ruiping's Lei Wujia charges headfirst into trouble with reckless energy, while still carrying a strong sense of honor and heroism. And honestly, beyond all the action scenes, the drama's real emotional core is friendship. And now the good news is that Season 2 is already in preparation. Honestly, considering how beloved this series still is among Wuxia fans, placing it only at number 5 almost feels underrated. Most watched Wuxia dramas of the past 5 years. Top 4. The Ingenious One, starring Chen Zhao and Mao Xiaodong, reaching an impressive 1.421 billion valid views.
这世间最珍贵的，莫过于情义二字。我们重新来过，好不好？
你我心中所愿，皆是背道而驰。
家有悍妇，得人尽皆知。
This drama is often described as the Jianghu version of Nirvana and Fire, except this time with a much stronger romantic storyline woven into the political intrigue. And honestly, one of the biggest reasons the drama stands out is Chen Zhao's character setup. He plays Yun Xiang, a strategist who looks more like a fragile scholar than a traditional martial arts hero. He uses extraordinary memory, careful planning, and meticulous deduction to navigate the dangerous conflicts of the martial world. Meanwhile, Mao Xiaodong's Xu Yanan completely flips the usual gender dynamic. She's the stronger fighter between the two, often stepping in to physically protect Yun Xiang while he handles the strategic side of things. That contrast honestly makes their relationship feel far more refreshing than the standard wuxia romance formula. And while the emotional storyline is strong, the drama never forgets the larger power struggles happening underneath. Even the antagonists remain intelligent and dangerous throughout the story, which makes every confrontation feel tense instead of predictable. Most watched wuxia dramas of the past 5 years. Top 3. A Journey to Love, starring Lu Shishir and Lu Yuning, reaching an enormous 1.681 billion valid views.
如果我遇见你，只有一个可能，那就是刺杀你的。我是最好的杀手，记得我们法国的事。
从今以后，陪你飒沓游行，陪你快意讲。
At the time, Lu Shishir was already considered one of the defining actresses of costume dramas, but one of the most interesting things about this series is how strongly it elevated Lu Yuning's popularity alongside her. And honestly, the drama's biggest strength is probably its pacing. Instead of dragging conflicts out endlessly, the story moves with a very direct, deal with the problem immediately kind of energy. Lu Shishir's Renrui delivers some incredibly sharp and ruthless fight scenes whenever revenge is involved, while Lu Yuning's Ningyuan O constantly solves dangerous situations through quick strategic thinking and decisive action. The second major highlight is definitely the large-scale team combat. A lot of wuxia dramas focus heavily on individual heroes, but this series really shines whenever the entire group fights together. The drama fully embraces that classic wuxia idea that anything can become a weapon: falling leaves, flower petals, hidden objects, even movement itself. And finally, while the story contains serious political conflicts, revenge arcs, and dangerous missions, it also regularly mixes in lighter comedic moments and playful group interactions that keep the drama from becoming emotionally exhausting. Most watched wuxia dramas of the past 5 years. Top 2. Mysterious Lotus Casebook, starring Chung Yi and Joseph Sung, reaching an incredible 2.142 billion valid views.
自然是要让当年在背后搞鬼之人血债血偿，成王败寇都是过往，既要合作，不提就是。
那就让真相大白吧。
It's still hard to believe this drama didn't end up taking the #1 spot. The first major reason is definitely the chemistry between the 3-person investigation team. Whenever they're traveling together, the constant teasing, arguments, and chaotic banter make the group incredibly entertaining to watch. But the moment a case begins, they immediately fall into perfect sync, each character bringing completely different strengths and personalities into the investigation. The second major highlight is the action style itself. Instead of relying heavily on exaggerated CGI spectacle, the series focuses much more on grounded martial arts choreography and physical performance. Chung Yi especially delivers an impressive dual-role performance throughout the story. One moment, he's Li Xiangyi, the legendary master of Sigu sect, fighting with overwhelming precision and the elegant fluidity of a martial arts grandmaster. The next moment, he completely transforms into Li Lianhua. And this drama was probably the moment many viewers realized just how much range Chung Yi actually has as an actor. The third reason the series worked so well is that it didn't follow the standard, revenge-driven Jianghu formula most wuxia stories rely on. Instead, it successfully blended martial arts storytelling with detective mystery structure. Considering how much love this drama still receives even now, it really does feel like surpassing the current #1 spot is only a matter of time. The most watched wuxia drama of the past 5 years. The champion is Sword Snow Stride, starring Zhang Ruoyun, reaching an astonishing 2.549 billion valid views.
被命长，
造条新路出来。我薛凤年从来不打算按别人的规则下棋，我走徐骁给。
Besides Zhang Ruoyun himself, what exactly made this drama explode to such an unbelievable level of popularity? The first major reason is definitely the scale of its world building. This series doesn't just present a martial arts story, it creates an entire sprawling Eastern fantasy world filled. Combined with the director's cold visual palette and poetic dialogue, the drama builds this romantic yet melancholic atmosphere that feels almost mythic at times. The second major talking point is actually one of the drama's most controversial aspects: the action style. A lot of viewers criticize the series because many of the large-scale martial arts sequences were edited in a fragmented way. But others argued that the slow-motion movement were intentionally pursuing a more poetic wuxia aesthetic. Then there's Zhang Ruoyun's character arc itself. Su Fengnian begins as a seemingly carefree and rebellious noble heir, but over time he's gradually forced to shoulder the fate of both the kingdom and the people around him. And there's royal succession warfare, military strategy, wandering Jianghu adventures, and the brutal tragedy of soldiers sacrificing themselves during the Northern Liang War campaigns. Now, the even bigger news is that Season 2 is reportedly on the way. And according to early information, the sequel will heavily upgrade the combat choreography, while Su Fengnian faces an entirely new crisis within the martial world. So even though Sword Snow Stride officially took the crown in terms of viewership, I'm honestly still giving my personal #1 spot to Mysterious Lotus Casebook. But now I want to hear your rankings. What are your top 3 wuxia dramas from the last 5 years? Leave your picks in the comments, and let's see which drama gets the most votes overall.